Hi guys, we're out today on a beautiful sunny day, 17.5 degrees, and I'm back. Yeah, Eric Booster's back. And I'm going to show you something that no one else has seen before. I'm going to show you the new 2015 GS Adventurer. I've done some modifications on it to make it even better. You want to see it? You don't? Well, you're going to. Here we go. Right then guys, let's have a quick run through of the new modifications. Well, the new bike, as you can see, is a hell of a lot slimmer, although it looks massive, I know, but it's a hell of a lot slimmer than the 2013 and 14 bike. So that made it slimmer for a start off. They've got rid of the radiators that sticks out here a mile for the water cooling, and they've stuck an oil cooler up here out the way, so it never gets damaged if you drop it, and it's an easier bike without the water cooling. It's not as heavy and everything else and what have you. So a quick modification on there. That's tucked away up there where it gets lots of cooling air, and a nice guard on there to stop the stones from chipping it, and if it does fall over, you know, it's not going to fall on the radiators in rough ground and damage those. The next thing it is it's got a really good strong protector on here, aluminium, and there's all rubbers in there. I don't know if you can see that big thick rubbers, so it does fall on uneven ground, but it will fall on the crash bar first, which is stainless steel. But if it does fall on here, it won't damage your heads, so it just falls on there, and it's all thick rubber in there to protect it, which you don't have on the 2013 and 14 bikes. Obviously it's just oil cooled and air cooled. What other modifications have we done? Oh yeah, instead of having all the huge great big crash bars out here and everything else, and they've put the spotlight down there of all places, so if you do drop the new Adventurer, what's it going to do? It's going to just snap this off straight away. So what they've done for 2015 is they've put the headlights up there out the way, so if it does drop, you know, it's about this far off the ground, it won't get damaged at all. So that's what they've done there. Most importantly for me, they've changed the engine swing arm and front casing to a lot better colour. The new Adventurer for 2013-14 is all black, and as you know, all black on the top of aluminium casings. This is an off-road bike as well as an on-road bike, as you know. What happens is the tiniest little mark on the black swing arm, stones flying up everywhere, what's it going to do? Yes, of course, it's going to chip it and knock bits off. And what's the colour underneath going to be? This colour, bright aluminium. So in 6 months' time, that all black swing arm, black front of the engine casing and the cylinder heads are going to look like crap, aren't they? Every tiny little mark and stone chip is going to just show up brilliant silver underneath matte black. Brilliant idea. Yeah, BMW come up with a really good one there. Funny enough, the plain GS is this colour. So, don't know why they didn't do it the other way round, but there you go, you know. What else? Oh yeah, they've done quite a good modification here. When you go off-road, and if you was to go around the world and stuff like that, what you've got is a separate gearbox and engine. So now you can, if you were say going all around the world in Mongolia and places like that, you won't have to be looking for specific oil for this bike, which you won't get in those backward countries, Siberia and bloody Africa and places like that, you know, for a wet clutch for a motorbike. It's going to be very hard to do. Hello. Yes, I am talking to myself. Yeah, bugger off. And so what they've done now, they've put in a separate gearbox and engine oil. So if you're in these faraway countries travelling like this is supposed to do, in Africa and, you know, wherever you're going to go in the middle of nowhere, you can just put any oil in it you like. Mineral oil, any car oil, 1050, 540, fully synthetic, you name it, it will go in this new engine for 2015 because it's a separate engine, gearbox, and it's got a dry clutch. Okay, so that's a great modification as far as I can see for 2015. It's got a bigger tank. It's now got 3 litre more tank range. It takes 33 litres instead of 33 litres like on the new GS. What else has it got? Oh yeah, they've stripped away all the crap on the bike, all the electronics that go wrong on motorbikes these days. You know, all this bloody traction control, electronic suspension, everything like that. I mean, actually what you do now, you just turn this knob. You know, when you've got your panniers on, you go 1, 2 clicks that way, and if you've got the wife on the back, maybe another click, and that's it. You know, it's that simple. There's no electric motors and loads of switches up here and stuff like that to go wrong. All you do is turn it, you go click, click, easy peasy. Nice manual one, so they've done that so it's nice and easy to do, and no electronic motors on there to go wrong, because what's the matter with just turning the knob? Yeah, I don't know. So BMW have changed that, so you've just got a knob to change. They've stripped it all down so that all you've got is a button for your info. You've got tyre monitors on there. You've got how many miles you've got to go. Hang on, let's just put it on. Here we go, look. Here we go, it's going through its checks. Nice, simple, easy dial to read for 2015. Straightforward clocks, nice and easy to read. That one there tells you your tyres, but obviously that doesn't work until you're doing 30 miles an hour. You've got petrol gauge, temperature gauge. There's your temperature, which won't show up either, unfortunately. I don't know if you can see that, but it should say 17.5 degrees, but it won't do that until you're moving either. So you've got temperature gauge, it tells you if you've got enough oil in your engine. Press another button, it's got your clock, it's got your average speed that you do, it's got average fuel that you're using. Tells you how many miles you've got to go before you run out of petrol. In my case, 222 miles before I run out of petrol, but I've only got a half a tank of fuel at the moment. It's got a couple of 3 trips on it, and back to the tyre sensors. So, oh, you know, one knob, not loads of crap on, you know, whirly-girly thing. They've got rid of all that. Don't need it, it's all bollocks. So, ABS, no ABS on it. There should be the button. Forget the ABS. In actual fact, it's nice and easy for me to maintain because there's just one cable that goes straight up there and it goes to the lever. That's it. So I actually control my own brakes. That's a clever idea, isn't it? I actually control my own brakes. You know, the computer doesn't control my brakes. If I push the front lever, it doesn't work back and front like on Honda and things like that. I actually can use the back brake and the front brake independently. Wow, that's a bit clever, isn't it? I don't know why no one's ever thought of that. So I can actually slam on my back brake only, and the ABS doesn't cut in and fuck me up on a... I can actually control the bike myself. You know, that's quite clever. I'm impressed with that. So yeah, that's that. Only other good thing about it is the because it's a dry clutch and it's not a wet clutch, of course, is, you know, the gear oil. It's got proper, you know, 75, 90 gear oil in it. It's dedicated oil for gearboxes, much better than having a gearbox and engine oil and wearing out clutch all swimming in the same oil. So when you look at that, look, I ought to clean that. Look. Yeah, look, there it is, but I'll give it a coating of oil actually before the winter. Anyway, yeah, so, you know, you don't get all that residual of worn off clutch going into your engine oil and contaminated your engine oil. The engine oil in the engine stays clean a lot longer and it's not under so much shear of the gearbox in there. So, you know, I think it's just better for the engine, you know, just have that instead of a contaminated, worn out clutch swimming about in the engine oil as well. So that's another update. I quite like that idea. What else have we got? Let's see what else we got. Lots of people in cars. Cut. Start again. Anyway, so basically, oh yeah, we've got sorry, and also we've got a bigger sump guard for this year, which goes right the way back to there, all the way along here and up there. You know, you can feel confident that if you drop this, you won't be snapping the lights off, you won't be damaging your cylinder heads. It's half the size. I think this weighs 225 pounds or something, kilograms, sorry. And the new the 2013 BMW. Oh, cut, let's start again. Bollocks. So, yeah, bollocks. So this one is about 225 kilograms, I think, in weight. The 2013-14 bike is 260 kilograms. So that's quite a heavy bike, and this feels heavy enough, to be absolutely honest. If BMW were going to update their new bike for 2013-14, they should have made the bastard thing lighter, not heavier. That's all I can say. KTM can do it and have it a lot more brake horsepower, so I don't know why BMW didn't, because the bloody thing's massive. So I'm looking for smaller bikes and comfortable bikes. So there you go, chaps. Oh yeah, the other little modification for 2015 which I quite like, I don't know if I mentioned it, actually got a throttle cable. Yeah, when you turn this like that, it actually just turns a cable. You know, there's no electronic sensor wiper in there that could go wrong and glitchy. You actually control the throttle yourself. Yeah, believe it or not, it's not computerized. You actually control the throttle by just a simple cable that goes down to there, comes onto the throttle bottles and throttle bodies, I can't speak, and there's the cable there, and you can adjust the cable. It's very, very simple. Yeah, clever design. Who invented that? So I've done away with all the electric motors that are here and the cogs for, you know, fly-by-wire, so it's a bit snatchy, the fly-by-wiring. This you actually control yourself. You know, I can actually move the throttle very gently and control it on my own. I don't know why no one ever thought of that before. It's just a cable, nothing to go wrong, just opens the butterfly. Yeah, wow, clever stuff. These BMW engineers are just clever, aren't they? Bloody good. Oh yeah, the other little modification for 2015 which I quite like, I don't know if I mentioned it, actually got a throttle cable. Yeah, when you turn this like that, it actually just turns a cable. You know, there's no electronic sensor wiper in there that could go wrong and glitchy. You actually control the throttle yourself. Yeah, believe it or not, it's not computerized. You actually control the throttle by just a simple cable that goes down to there, comes onto the throttle bottles and throttle bodies, I can't speak, and there's the cable there, and you can adjust the cable. It's very, very simple. Yeah, clever design. Who invented that? So I've done away with all the electric motors that are here and the cogs for, you know, fly-by-wire, so it's a bit snatchy, the fly-by-wiring. This you actually control yourself. You know, I can actually move the throttle very gently and control it on my own. I don't know why no one ever thought of that before. It's just a cable, nothing to go wrong, just opens the butterfly. Yeah, wow, clever stuff. These BMW engineers are just clever, aren't they? Hope you enjoyed my up-and-coming review of the new bike. And don't take it too seriously, chaps. I don't want lots of effing and blinding on this channel, please. If you don't like what I've said,